Welcome to today class of nonlinear vibration. So, today class we are going to study about the stability and bifurcation analysis of periodic responses. Previous class we have studied the stability and bifurcation of fixed point responses, where we have studied about the stability and bifurcation of static and dynamic bifurcations, where we have studied the static bifurcation, which includes the pitchfork bifurcation, saddle node bifurcation and transcritical bifurcation, and in case of Hopf bifurcation, that is the dynamic bifurcation, we have found the response to be periodic when there is a Hopf bifurcation of the system. So, today class we are going to study about the periodic responses. Already we have studied several types of governing equations. For example, so we have studied this Duffing equation, Van der Pol equation, Hills equation and Matthew equation. So, while solving these equations, so in addition to the fixed point response, we obtain this periodic response also, and the periodic response is said to be periodic, or the solution of a response is said to be periodic when the solution at a, so let this let us take a autonomous system, that is x dot equal to f x m, or non-autonomous system where time is explicitly present, that is x dot equal to f x m. So, where control parameter is m and the response is x. So, in this case the response or the solution x t. So, let at time t equal to t. So, if you write it in this way, this x t, then if we have a minimum period t, then x t plus t should be equal to x t. So, if x t plus t equal to x t, then it will be said to be periodic. So, in case of equilibrium position or fixed point response, so we have found those fixed point response by substituting this x dot equal to 0, but in this case as the response is periodic. So, for example, the response may be of sine or cosine type. So, this is periodic response. So, we need not have to put this x dot equal to 0 to find the solution. So, in this case already we have developed several methods to find the solution. Either we can use this numerical method to solve these equations, numerical methods by using this Runge-Kutta method, or we can use several perturbation methods what we have studied in module 3. So, we have studied perturbation methods like method of multiple scale, Lindstedt-Poincare method, modified Lindstedt-Poincare method, averaging method, and also we have studied some other types of methods like harmonic balance method to solve these type of equations. So, in those cases we have found the response to be periodic. So, in periodic response, for example, let us take some of the example. So, in case of the periodic system, so it will form a closed orbit. So, if you plot the phase portrait of the system, then it will form a closed orbit either in phase portrait or in state space, and could be treated as a fixed point. So, if you take the Poincare section in the introduction class, we know about the Poincare section. So, if you find the Poincare section of this periodic response, then it will be a fixed point response. So, in case of, so for example, so these are some of the periodic response in time response and phase portrait is plotted. So, for example, in the this represent the first curve, this one, this curve, that is this represent y t. So, it is plotted y t equal to 5 sin. So, this is y t equal to 5 sin t, 5 sin t. So, here the amplitude is 5, and so this is 5 sin 5 t, and the frequency is 5. So, omega equal to 5 radian per second in this case, and so the amplitude equal to 5 unit. So, the amplitude is shown here. So, this is this part is the amplitude of the response, amplitude of the periodic response, and by finding, so let us, this is the 0 line. So, by taking one cycle, so let us take one cycle. So, this will represent one cycle, this to this will represent one cycle. So, one can find the time period. So, this is the minimum time period, or from this to this. So, this is the time period, so one can find the time period, and so time period can be obtained. So, this is one can find the time period and the corresponding response, and also one can plot the phase portrait by plotting this x versus, or this is plotted y. So, this is y versus y dot. By plotting y versus y dot, so one can plot the phase portrait, and by plotting this. So, this is for a single periodic response. So, instead of taking a single frequency response, if you take two frequency, for example, let me take y 1 equal to, so same 5 sin 5 t. In addition to this, let me take another term, that is sin 10 t. Here the frequency, the first frequency, so in this case this is, so this one is 5 and the second one is 10. So, in the previous example, omega equal to 5. So, the time period t will be equal to, so we know omega equal to 2 pi by, so omega equal to 2 pi by t. So, that one can find this t equal to 2 pi by omega. So, in this case 2 pi by 5. So, this is the time period in the previous first case. So, in the second case, so one can observe, so we have two frequency. So, frequency 1 equal to 5 radian per second, and frequency 2, that is omega 2 equal to 10 radian per second. So, in this case, so I can find T 1. So, T 1 will be equal to 2 pi by 5 and T 2 will be equal to 2 pi by 10. So, by finding this time period, so one can see that this is the least time period, and so with these two time periods, so this clearly the phase portrait. So, the phase portrait which is plotted y 1 versus y 1 dot, so clearly show two loops. So, one corresponding to one period and other corresponding to the other period. So, in the previous case, so we have a closed loop. In both the cases, as the response is or the solution is periodic, so we have closed orbits in state space or phase portrait. So, here we have a single loop with single frequency, and when our frequency, so we have two frequency, so we have two loops. So, with increase in number of frequencies, so we can have several loops present in the system. So, this way one can visualize a periodic response. So, here a simple sine term is given. Similarly, one can take different other types of periodic responses which may or may not be harmonic, or we know that if we have a periodic response, we can convert it to that of a harmonic system. So, this is the MATLAB code written for plotting the previous curves. So, here by simply taking different time, one can write the plot to write the or find this displacement and velocities and plot the response curve. So, let us see some other equation. For example, let us take this van der Pol equation. So, in case of the van der Pol equation, so the equation can be written in this form: x double dot plus x minus lambda into 1 minus x square x dot equal to 0. So, to plot the second order differential equation, so we can take this x dot equal to, so we can take, so first we have to reduce the second order differential equation to a set of first order equation. So, our equation x double dot minus lambda into 1 minus x square into x dot plus x equal to 0. So, this way one can write this equation. So, x dot plus x double dot plus x minus lambda into 1 minus x square x dot equal to 0. So, we have to use the numerical methods. So, we can reduce this equation to a set of first order equation. So, to reduce this thing to a set of first order equation, let us write y 1 equal to, so we can write y 1 equal to x and y 2 equal to x dot. So, y 1 equal to x and y 2 equal to x dot. So, our first order equation will reduce to, so first order equation, that is our y 1 dot, that is x dot, y 1 dot equal to y 2 and second equation y2 dot. So, y2 dot y2 equal to x dot. So, y2 dot equal to x double dot. So, this x double dot can be written as lambda into 1 minus. So, lambda into 1 minus y1 square into y2 plus, or by taking to right hand side this becomes minus. So, minus x means, so this becomes y1. So, these are the set of first order equation. So, now solving this set of first order equation by using Runge-Kutta method. So, in MATLAB one can use this ODE 45 function or ODE 23 function to solve this equation. So, by solving this equation we can plot the x versus time, that is the phase put, that is the time response. So, we can plot x t and we may plot x versus x dot. So, this is the phase portrait. So, we can plot the phase portrait and time response. So, in this case taking lambda equal to 0.4. So, lambda equal to 0.4 and taking different initial condition. So, the response has been plotted as shown here. So, taking the initial point. So, initial point 0.01 and 0. So, this is x and u equal to x dot. So, x and x dot. So, in this is the phase portrait. So, taking this thing, so one can obtain. So, with time, so taking this initial condition, you can see that. So, this is the time response from 0 to 500. Only the steady state part is plotted in this figure. So, this figure shows only the steady state part. So, this figure shows the steady state part along with the transient, and clearly it is observed that the steady state response is periodic, and by taking the initial condition this. So, it finally as t tends to infinity. So, it reaches this cycle. So, this cycle or this periodic response. So, this periodic response or this periodic orbit is known as a limit cycle. Similarly, if you take another boundary another initial condition. So, taking another initial condition outside this limit cycle. So, outside this, if you take this as the initial point. So, one can observe that with increase in time it approaches. So, it approaches the same periodic orbit. So, in case of the, so these are the examples of limit cycle. So, in case of the van der Pol equation. So, if you see this equation. So, we have, so in this case by putting this y dot and y2 dot equal to 0. So, 0 0. So, we can see this 0 0 is an unstable focus. So, one can check that this the stationary point or the fixed point response is a unstable focus. So, as the origin is an unstable focus. So, it will repel all the solutions towards the limit cycle. So, in this case one can observe that by taking any initial condition, if you take a initial condition inside this periodic orbit. So, it reaches this periodic orbit, or if you take another point which is outside this periodic orbit, it also reaches the same circle. So, by taking either inside or outside this point. So, always it come to the same periodic orbit. That is why this is a limit cycle, or it is also known as an attractor. So, this is also known as attractor or limit cycle. So, we can define a limit cycle as a periodic solution, or a periodic solution is said to be limit cycle if there is no other periodic solution sufficiently close to it. A limit cycle is an isolated periodic solution and correspond to an isolated closed orbit in the state space. So, for every trajectory initiated near a limit cycle approaches it either as t tends to infinity or t tends to minus infinity. So, in case of this van der Pol equation, so we have seen, so we are getting some limit cycle. So, periodic response which is limit cycle. So, this sometimes this limit cycle may or may not be stable. So, in this case this is a stable periodic solution. So, later we will know how to study the stability of this periodic solution. Also let us take another example. So, we have seen in case of the Hopf bifurcation of the system. So, this is the generic form of the Hopf bifurcation equation. So, in this case we have seen that these are the unstable point. So, this point and this point correspond to unstable fixed point response, where we can observe or where we can find the initiation of a periodic orbit. So, these are the supercritical Hopf bifurcation. Similarly, we have seen, so at these 2 points, so this point and this point, so we have unstable periodic response. So, the same equation here it is plotted in x, y mu, and in the below curve it is plotted in r mu space. So, these equation, if you write this equation x dot equal to, so these two equation x dot equal to mu x minus omega y plus alpha y minus alpha x minus beta y into x square plus y square, and y dot equal to omega x plus mu y plus beta x plus alpha y into x square plus y square by substituting x equal to. So, already we have seen this thing by substituting x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. So, this equation can be reduced to this r dot equal to, so this is r dot equal to mu r plus alpha r q and theta dot equal to omega plus beta r q. So, already we have seen while discussing the Hopf bifurcation. So, these equations reduce to that of r dot and theta dot equation in this form. So, now multiplying 2r in this equation. So, we can write this multiplying 2r in this equation. So, we can write this d by dr of r square. So, this will be equal to 2 mu r square plus 2 alpha r 4. So, assuming mu not equal to 0 and using the separation of variable. So, we can write or we can find this r. So, which can be written in this form. So, r is written in this form alpha by mu plus 1 by r 0 square e to the power minus 2 mu t minus alpha by mu to the power minus half, and where r 0 not equal to 0. So, if r 0 not equal to 0, so t equal to 0. So, we can have, so from this equation we can write this theta equal to, so we can write theta equal to omega t plus phi. So, that this phi dot theta equal to omega t plus phi. So, we can write this phi dot equal to beta r square. Then we can write this d phi by d r square equal to beta by 2 mu plus 2 alpha r square. So, when r square not equal to minus mu by alpha. So, this equation we obtain. So, hence for alpha not equal to, so alpha not equal to 0. So, we can write phi equal to beta by, so from this equation we can write. So, this becomes beta by 2 alpha ln 2 mu plus 2 alpha r square plus c. So, where c is a constant. So, substituting this value of r and phi. So, we can obtain a closed form solution, and we can obtain a closed form solution where we can write. So, when mu greater than 0 and alpha less than 0. So, we can write for this condition limit t tends to infinity. So, r will be equal to minus mu by alpha to the power half. So, as t tends to infinity, so we got a radius that is equal to minus mu by alpha. Here you are taking mu greater than 0 and alpha less than 0. So, this inside term will be positive. So, we can have a radius. So, in this case one can observe that it reduces to that of a periodic response. Similarly, limit t tends to infinity theta dot, so theta dot equal to omega. So, this becomes omega minus beta mu by alpha. So, we can write this equation in this form. So, t tends to infinity. So, x will be equal to minus mu by alpha to the power half cos omega minus beta mu by alpha into t plus theta 0, and similarly limit t tends to infinity. So, this y will becomes minus mu by alpha to the power half sin. So, this is omega minus beta mu by alpha into t plus theta 0. So, from this expression one can see that we have a periodic solution, and this periodic solution for different value of alpha and mu, if one plot, then one can obtain the response. So, for example, so in case of mu equal to, taking mu equal to 1, alpha equal to minus 1 and beta equal to 1. So, beta equal to 1. So, one can obtain. So, mu equal to 1, alpha equal to, so mu equal to 1, alpha equal to minus 1. So, this becomes 1, and then this beta equal to also taking 1, beta equal to 1 and mu equal to minus 1, this becomes minus. So, minus 1. So, this is omega plus 1 into t plus theta 0. Similarly, one can find this thing. So, if one plot by taking different initial condition, so one can obtain the response in x y plot if one plot. So, for this case in x y, so this is 0 0. So, one can obtain a periodic solution. So, one can see that by taking different initial conditions, let one take this initial condition similar to this doping equation. So, if take one this initial condition, so it will reach this point. Similarly, by taking another initial condition also, this will come to this, and taking some other initial condition. So, one can see that it is also reaching the same orbit. So, this orbit which is obtained for different initial conditions is known as the limit cycle. So, as for all cases different from different initial condition, as t tends to infinity, we are getting the same cycle. So, this is or same orbit. So, this is a stable periodic solution. So, we can tell. So, this is a stable periodic solution. So, later we will study its stability and we will check whether the system is stable or not. Similarly, for mu equal to, taking mu equal to minus 1, alpha equal to 1 and omega equal to 1 and beta equal to 1. So, in this case also we have taken omega equal to 1. If we find the orbit, so from this one can find this orbit, but in this case one can observe that. So, one can observe as, so one can observe that this is one unstable periodic response as with increase. So, if we will take a initial condition this, always it will come to this position, or if I will take an initial condition this, it will come to this origin. That means, it will this point, this initial condition repels it from this periodic solution. Similarly, if we will take a point outside this, so one can see that it is coming out or it will repel. So, this is known as a repeller or this is known as attractor. So, this periodic response is a attractor, while this periodic response is an attractor, this is a repeller in this case. So, this is a repeller, and that is why this periodic solution is unstable. So, in the previous case we have seen this is stable periodic solution or attractor, and in this case it is unstable periodic solution or a repeller. So, in this example, so we started from this Hopf bifurcation or generic form of the Hopf bifurcation. So, we have seen, so by taking or taking different initial condition, we can see that one can obtain one attractor or a stable periodic solution or one repeller or unstable periodic solution. So, we have seen in two examples. So, these are the two examples. For example, example 1 is the van der Pol equation, and in this case this is the, in this equation also, in both the equation we have seen the limit cycle, as no other periodic solution exists nearby. So, these solutions are limit cycles. So, the existence of the limit cycle can be studied by Poincare-Benedictson criteria, Poincare and Benedictson's criterion. So, according to this criteria, so if we have, so this criteria is applicable only for these two dimensional planar autonomous systems, two dimensional planar autonomous system. So, in this case, so if we have two equation, that is, let for example, x 1 dot equal to f 1 x 1 x 2 and x 2 dot equal to f 2 x 1 x 2. So, then according to these criteria, so in this case we have taken this f 1 and f 2 are continuous function and it can be differentiated once, at least it can be differentiated once. So, they belongs to C 1, and let us take a region. So, let us take a domain D, and in this domain we want to search whether a periodic response exists or not. So, to check whether a periodic response exists or not in this domain. So, if we apply this Benedictson criteria, so we can write this del x 1 dot by del x 1 plus del x 2 dot by del x 2. So, it should be either 0 or it should change the sign. So, if it will not change the sign or it does not becomes 0, then there will be no possibility of existence of a periodic solution. So, for existence of a limit cycle in this region, for the existence of a limit cycle in this region, so either these things should vanish or it should be 0. So, for example, let us take this equation, let us take one. So, the same equation we can take and check whether it exists or not. So, let us take one example. So, for example, let us take x 1 dot equal to x 2 and x 2 dot equal to minus x 1 plus x 1 cube minus 2 mu x 2. So, if you take these two equation, then our del x 1 dot by del x 1 plus del x 2 dot by del x 2. So, this becomes minus. So, let us differentiate this with respect to x 1. So, this becomes 0, and if we differentiate the second equation with respect to x 2. So, as this first two term are function of x 1, they are 0 and this term becomes minus 2 mu. So, it will vanish only if this mu equal to 0. So, in case of mu equal to 0, so this thing will vanish. So, a periodic solution will exist if mu equal to 0. So, if one plot this curve, so one can, so this equation is similar to that of a simple pendulum or this van der Pol or this Döffing equation, and in this case if one plot the response, that is x versus x dot or x 1 versus x 2. So, the response curve will, so this is the, one can obtain this heteroclinic and homoclinic orbit. So, one can plot this thing and in between. So, we will have a set of periodic solution. So, this is the saddle point and these are the homoclinic orbit, and so in between, so inside this, so we can have is periodic solution. So, existence of the periodic solution. So, according to our Venn-Dickson theory, so the periodic solution will exist only if mu equal to 0. Similarly, in the previous example, if you differentiate this first equation with respect to x and second equation with respect to y, so then we can find a periodic solution will exist if only this alpha into mu. So, alpha into mu greater than 0. So, we can find this thing in case of, so let us find and check. So, if it is greater than 0 or less than 0. So, if you differentiate this x dot, and so first with differentiating with x, so this becomes mu, and then from this part we have this alpha into alpha x cube, and so we can differentiate this part by with respect to x and differentiate this part with respect to y to obtain this condition. So, in this, by finding this condition we can check whether there exists a periodic solution or not. So, in this case we can see the solution will exist if alpha into mu is less than 0. So, or if it is less than 0, that means if it is negative. So, for that case, so we have taken this example mu greater than 0 and alpha less than 0. So, if you multiply these two terms, then this becomes negative. So, in this case already we have seen there is exist a periodic solution. Similarly, in the next example also we have taken this alpha equal to minus 1 and mu equal to 1. So, which shows this alpha into mu it becomes minus 1, which is negative, and in this case also we have seen alpha into mu also negative. So, in this case we have found the solution, there exists a solution. Similarly, one can take this assignment for this van der Pol equation. So, by taking this equation from, so let us take, so these are the equation. So, in this case, so by taking del or d y 1 by, so d y 1 dot by d y 1 plus d y 2 dot by d y 2. So, one can find the condition for which a periodic solution will exist. So, this is the Venn-Dickson criteria. So, let us now see some other examples how the periodic response exists in case of a Duffing oscillator. So, in case of the Duffing oscillator, so we have taken this example previously. So, we have seen, so there exists a set of periodic orbit, but here in between these two saddle points or in between this homoclinic orbit. So, if you take any initial condition, so one can find that infinite number of periodic solution exist. So, these are not limit cycle. So, these example shows, so these are not limit cycle, but there exists a periodic solution in between these two homoclinic orbit in case of this Duffing equation. Similarly, if you take another example of a simple pendulum. So, in case of the simple pendulum, the equation can be written in this form. So, theta double dot plus g by L sin theta. So, in this case one can expand the sin theta in terms higher order terms, taking higher order terms into account. So, if this is equal to 0, so by plotting the phase portrait one can see or one can clearly observe in between these saddle point. So, these are the saddle point. So, in between these saddle point there exist infinite number of periodic solution. So, these periodic solution depend on the initial condition. By changing the initial condition one can have different periodic solution. So, we have seen two different type of existence of periodic solution. So, in one case we have seen the limit cycle, and in another case there exist a number of periodic solution depending on the initial condition. Now, out of these solutions, so some of them may be stable or some of them may be unstable. So, to study the stability of this periodic solution similar to a analysis what we did in case of the fixed point response. So, here also we will proceed in the similar way. So, we can, so let our equation x equal to f x dot equal to f x m. So, in this case, so for the this is equation for autonomous system. So, in this autonomous system, so if x 0 is the periodic solution, so then we can perturb this periodic solution and we can find. So, by perturbing this periodic solution, let us take x t equal to x 0 plus y t and substitute in the governing equation, that is x dot equal to f x m. Then we can obtain this y dot. So, this equation we can obtain, that is your y dot will be equal to. So, we can obtain this y dot equal to f x 0 y m 0, or we can write this equation in this form, that is y dot equal to d x f x 0 m 0. And so, from this equation, so we can find whether the system is stable or not. So, let us, so we have to use this Foucault theory to study the stability of the system. So, to find the Foucault theory or to use this Foucault theory, so let us take the system x dot equal to f x m. So, in this case, if the solution x t, so if we have a periodic solution, that is x 0 t, now we can perturb it using this y t. Then we can obtain this equation, previous page we have shown y dot will be equal to d x f x 0 m 0 y, and we can neglect the higher order terms. So, by neglecting the higher order terms, we can write this equation in this form. So, that is equal to a t m 0 y. So, in case of the stationary solution also, or stationary or fixed point response also, we obtain similar equation in which this A is a constant matrix, but in this case one can find as this x is a function of time. So, this matrix A is also a periodic function of time. So, one may obtain that if x is a periodic function with least period t. So, A may be a function with a period half t. So, we can find, so this y or x may be n dimensional vector. So, we can take this x or y as a n dimensional vector. So, if it is n dimensional vector, this y t can be written as y 1 t, y 2 t and y n t. So, these are known as the fundamental set of solution. So, we can have a fundamental set of solution for this thing. So, we can write this y dot equal to, so y dot will be equal to, so a, so is a function of time. So, previously it was constant, but now it is a function of time and this is y. So, y dot equal to, so this equation is similar to the first equation. So, now one can write as t tends to, by taking this t equal to tau, by changing this time. So, time from, let us use this time tau, another time tau equal to t plus t, that is where t is the time period. So, we can write this equation dy by d tau will be equal to a tau minus t m 0 y, or it can be written as a function of tau, as t is a constant. So, one can write this way. So, where this y t is y 1, y 2 and y n if it is n dimensional. So, depending on the order of the equation, governing equation, so we can find this. So, as, so from this one can write this y t plus t, y t plus t can be written as y 1 t plus t, similarly y 2 t plus t and y n t plus t. So, we can write this y t plus t as y t into phi. So, this phi depends. So, phi we can write this y y t plus t as y is periodic. So, we can write this y t plus t as y t into phi, where phi depends on the initial. So, we can choose this matrix phi and this is not unique. So, depending on the initial conditions, so we can have different phi. So, to find this thing, let us we can to obtain this phi matrix. So, we can take this y 0 initial condition as I and then we can find. So, by substituting y 0 equal to I matrix, then we can write this phi will be equal to. So, after 1, so t equal to 0, as t equal to 0 we are taking this equal to I, then phi will be written or can be obtained by this thing y t. So, this phi equal to y t. So, this is known as the monodromy matrix. So, by finding the eigenvalue of this monodromy matrix, one can study or one can study the stability of the system. So, in this case, so now we can use a transform. So, using a transform y t equal to V t into P inverse. So, we can find a P for which we can have this V t plus t equal to V t. So, always we can choose a value P or a matrix P such that we can find this V t plus t equal to V t into J. So, or we can write this J equal to P inverse phi P. So, this is similar to that used in case of the modal analysis, where we have taken this modal matrix to decoupled the equation. So, here by taking this V t plus t equal to V t into J. So, you can write J equal to P transpose P inverse phi P. So, we choose P in such a way that J will be a diagonal matrix. So, if we choose in that way, so then we can write this phi. So, by finding the solution, or we can write the P matrix. P matrix can be written. So, we will have this P 1, P 2 and P n. So, are the eigenvalues of this P matrix. So, we can write this phi P m in this form. So, phi P m will be equal to rho m into P m. So, here this rho m is the eigenvalue. So, rho m is the eigenvalue of the monodromy matrix. So, here instead of taking, or we can have this monodromy matrix. So, let us start. So, we have a differential equation given this equation. So, first we have perturbed this equation by y t. So, by perturbing this equation we have obtained this equation y dot equal to a t m 0 y. So, now by taking a initial condition y 0 equal to I. So, we can find what is this y after one time period. So, taking this least time period equal to t. So, now by solving this equation we can find what is the value of y at a time period t. So, after finding that thing, so we can write this, or we can find the monodromy matrix. Now, by finding the monodromy matrix, finding the eigenvalue of the monodromy matrix, which are written in terms of rho m. So, we can write this equation in this form, that is phi into rho m, phi into P m will be equal to rho m into P m. So, where P equal to P 1, P 2, P n. So, if you take in this way, so we can write this J equal to P inverse phi P, or this is equal to P inverse phi P 1, P 2 and P n. So, one can find. So, this will be equal to a diagonal matrix. So, one can observe that by taking a P, So, it depends on how we are taking this matrix P. So, by taking a proper or properly choosing this value of P, so one can obtain a Jacobian matrix, and so which is diagonal. So, by finding the eigenvalue of the diagonal Jacobian matrix, one can find the characteristic constant. So, these rho m are known as Fouquet or characteristic multiplier of the system. So, these are known as Fouquet or characteristic multiplier of the system. So, by finding this rho m, one can study the stability of the system. So, let us take another example and find the Fouquet multiplier or discuss about the Fouquet multiplier. For example, let us take the Hill's equation or Matthew-Hill equation, which can be written in this form x double dot plus p t x equal to 0. So, this is the equation, this is the Matthew-Hill type of equation. So, in this equation, this p t is a periodic function of time and its solution can be written. So, it will have periodic solution, which can be written in this form u t equal to C 1 u 1 t plus C 2 u 2 t, and we can write this. So, from this, by substituting this equation in the original equation, so we can, so let us write this equation u. So, this is u double dot plus p t u equal to 0. So, we can assume the solution u t in this form C 1 u t plus C 2 u t. So, as this is a second order differential equation, we will have two set of fundamental solution, that is u 1 t and u 2 t are fundamental set of solution. So, as these are periodic, so we can write this u 1 t plus t will be equal to a 1 1 u 1 t plus a 1 2 u 2 t. Similarly, we can write this u 2 t plus t equal to a. So, this can be written as a t 1 a 2 1 u 1 t plus a 2 2 u 2 t, or we can write this thing in matrix form also. So, here we have this u t plus t, we can write this u t plus t using this, but that is u 1 u 2 t plus t. So, this is equal to a 1 1 a 1 2 a 2 1 a 2 2 u 1 t u 2 t. So, one can write this u 1 t plus t and u 2 t plus t by using this matrix. So, we can find by making some transformation. So, like what we have discussed in this previous case. So, we can convert this u in terms of v, or we can find a set of solution. So, the solutions, we can find a set of solution which can be written this v 1 t plus t. So, that is equal to lambda 1 v 1 t and v 2 t plus t. So, this will be equal to lambda 2 v 2 t. So, which will uncouple the set of equation. So, we can find a set of solution from this. So, which will uncouple this. So, this thing we can find by substituting this u t equal to a p into v t. So, by taking a function p, by taking a matrix p, we can write this u t equal to v t. So, now we can obtain this. So, v t plus t. So, we can write this v t plus t will be equal to p inverse into. So, this is p inverse, let me write in this matrix form. So, this is p inverse into a into p into v t, or we can write this is equal to. So, this equal to b into v t. So, by finding the eigenvalue, so this b, now this b will be, as this is diagonal. So, this will be 0, lambda 1 and lambda 2. So, this lambda will be same as, so these eigenvalues will be same as that of the eigenvalues obtained here. So, by finding the eigenvalue either of this matrix A or from this matrix B. So, we can find these distinct eigenvalues. So, if you take in this way, so we can write our V 1 t plus t equal to, or for we can write this for n dimensional thing. So, V I t plus t, we can write this is equal to lambda I V I t. So, for example, so let me find what will be V I t plus 2 t. So, in case of V I 2 plus 2 t, so this will be equal to V I t plus t plus another t. So, this way one can write. So, this can be written as lambda I V I t plus t. So, again this V I t plus t can be written as another lambda I V I t. So, this becomes lambda I square V I t. So, similarly, one can write this V I t plus n t will be equal to lambda I to the power n V I t. So, now as t tends to infinity, so if we are interested for finding the solution, so as t tends to infinity, that means n tends to also infinity. So, as t tends to infinity, n tends to infinity. So, we can write this equation as n tends to infinity. So, it will be V I t plus n t, or as t tends to infinity, this will be equal to lambda I to the power infinity into V I t. So, in this case, so we can write, so V I t plus n t equal to lambda I to the power n into V I t. So, as t tends to infinity, so or this n tends to infinity. So, we can write this V I t will be equal to, so this will be equal to 0 if this lambda I mod lambda I will be less than 1. Similarly, it will be infinity if lambda I will be greater than 1. So, what we have observed, the response will be periodic. So, if lambda I equal to 1, so V I is periodic. So, it will be periodic with a period t, and if lambda I equal to minus 1, so V I will be periodic with period 2 t. So, by finding these eigenvalues or finding this characteristic multiplier lambda, so if we plot this thing in real and imaginary terms, so if it remain within the unit circle, so what we have seen, so if we have a periodic orbit, lambda should be equal to 1. So, for a periodic orbit we have lambda equal to 1. So, if it lies within this unit circle, then the periodic response becomes stable, and if it lies outside this unit circle, so this is the real part and this is imaginary part. So, if it lies outside this imaginary, so if it lies outside this unit circle, then this becomes unstable. So, further bifurcation of the periodic system we have to study in the next class, and we will see different examples of this bifurcation of the periodic system similar to that we have discussed in case of the fixed point response. Thank you.